guys, it's Nikki with Flippin Art Studio, and I wanted to do an experiment today. I've been hearing a lot of really great things, especially from Karen over at Waterfall Acrylics. She's been having some really great results using the GAC 800 by Golden, and so I wanted to give that a try, but I wanted to see, because it is a little expensive, how it compares to the Liquitex pouring medium, which is a little bit cheaper. I'm also a fan of the glue and water. I do use that in most of my pouring mediums. I usually use 1 part glue to 1 part water and a 1/4 part of the Liquitex pouring medium. So I want to give this Golden a try, the GAC 800, and see what's going on with it. But I will say, I don't know if you guys can see that. Do you see those kind of foamy and bubbles? I've heard other people have that result with the GAC. I don't know how it's pronounced, but I'm gonna call it GAC. With the GAC 800, I'm not sure if it's because I'm using it with cheaper paints, just because I'm just experimenting with it. I have a feeling if you use it with a little bit more expensive artist grade paint that you won't have that problem. And it's been sitting for a little bit and these bubbles are still in there, so I'm not sure what that is going to do when I pour it out. And then this is the Liquitex. You can see it is a lot smoother. So I just used red, yellow, and blue, just your primary colors, layered them in there, and we're going to see on my not so gently used canvases here what happens with the pouring mediums. So the only thing I did add silicone. I added the same amount to both, and I added a little bit of water to get the texture. You know what, I'm gonna leave these here so we can remember which is which. Hopefully I won't get paint all over them. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna flip my cups and see. Try to not make a mess here. Okay. Cup number 1, this is the Liquitex. Cup number 2, this is the GAC 800. Okay. So both canvases I just prepped with white paint. White paint mixed with a little bit of water to thin it a tiny bit. I didn't want anything else to interact with these two, so that we can see with our experiment what's going on. So let's see. Liquitex, let's see what's going on with you. Oh, I already have a caterpillar. You guys see that? I'm not seeing many cells though. Let's give it a quick, just a quick one. Oh my goodness. Look at all those little baby worms. Let's see, this paint is flowing nicely. My cells are growing, holding their shape pretty well. I'm kind of doing this just really fast, you know, with a little less finesse than I normally would, just because we're just kind of playing around here. So I can see that my cells are already losing a little bit of their shape here. Just gonna go for it down this corner here. Come on over, bring it back. I do want to fully stretch these the way I normally would, just to see, you know, what it does to the cells. So far with the Liquitex, I'm not feeling it's very different than my normal pouring medium with the glue and water and Liquitex. I'll be interested to see if it affects the drying. Oh, I spoke way too soon. Look at all of that. It is losing like all cell shape integrity there. Okay, I'm gonna stop because it's already, I lost my little, see these cells? I will bring you guys down so you can see better, but everything already got really wonky. So let's see over here. I didn't want to let this set too long. So let's see what happens with the GAC and all those foamy bubbles. So I don't see any cells coming up. Just some little, those air bubbles. Woo, there we go. That sure settled up. Okay. This one is a lot wetter. Man, a lot wetter. Let's just come on down this way then, guys. I feel like I can't even really do my normal back to forth too much. This paint just wants to go everywhere. This one also, the cell integrity is kind of gone. It's a little better than this one though. So far, these colors are a lot more vibrant. I'm just gonna leave it be now. This one still has a ton, mess here, a ton of air bubbles, like teeny tiny ones, almost like what you would see in resin. So I'm just gonna kind of pop any air bubbles on both. I'll do it on this side too, just to be fair. Okay. Well, right now, this one, the colors are popping. And on this one, I feel like my colors got really muddied. Muddied, muddy, muddy. So, but, I don't know. I think my cells held up better. No. Maybe my cell's shape is a little better on this side, but that also could be because of how fast that paint moved. It didn't have to rub against each other as much, so it didn't get a little bit wonky. Let me take my gloves off. This one's clearing up a little bit, like the colors are coming up. Oh, not on the eye watch. Apple Watch. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys down, and you can see. Sorry, don't mind my fat hand in your way. Sorry guys, I fat fingered it on that one, and I tried to do off on accident. So here is the Liquitex one. I'm liking these cute little cells here with the multicolors. That is super fun. I have quite a few of those. As see in here, here, these cells are not circular, they are super wonky. This color, you can see, is so pretty and vibrant. And that's pretty cool. I do like that. Let's color this side. This is the GAC or GAC 800. See, the cell shape is better. I still think glue really helps hold those in place nicely. And I didn't get those cool, like, I have multicolored, but they don't have like those really defined rings inside of them, like the Liquitex does. I'm gonna have to see how these, there we go, see how these dry. See though, this one just isn't nearly as vibrant. So as of right now, I have to say,
Do you know what a big charging brick is?
no,
The white
would add glue.
or the
So I'm gonna
the travel battery pack, the white one?
right now.
No. I know where the pink one is.
Glue and water and the Liquitex pouring medium. I might play around and add a little bit more of the pouring medium just to see how it dries.
But no, I don't.
Adeline! Do you know where the white battery is? The white
Once these are dry,
charging brick?
talk to you soon. Thank you. Okay guys, so this is the final result with it dry. I didn't clean the silicone off, so where you see the shiny parts is just silicone. So this is for the Liquitex pouring medium. It did crack, kind of, right here. It has this weird line. And it has a little bit of texture, but it's a lot smoother and nicer. Okay. And this is the GAC 800. It dried really unevenly and bumpy. I had both of these paintings right next to each other drying to make sure they were in the same conditions and everything. I will say that this one dried faster, so maybe that's part of why it had some of the cracks in it. And you can see it's just kind of lumpy. Again, I did use, paint that isn't as expensive or artist grade. So that could have something to do with it with the GAC 800. So if you were using like Artist Loft or craft paints, I would not recommend it. I will try it again on a brand new canvas with higher grade paints and let you know what I think. All right, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helps you, and I will talk to you again soon.